I'm Dominick Cruz. We got Carl Gebhardt here. He's going to be Vera, and I'm going to be O'Malley. So what makes this fight happen is you're looking number 6 versus number 1. Why is this happening with the lineup at 135? Well, one, this fight already happened, and the rematch needs to happen. 2, we saw that O'Malley lost the fight in the first 2 minutes of their fight. So you're kind of like, was that real? Was it a fluke? Because you saw O'Malley open the fight out with calf kicks and blast Vera's legs in the beginning of the fight and really have Vera all over the place on skates.
Ooh, heavy low kick.
And all it took was coming to a southpaw stance, Vera coming to a southpaw stance, and he blasted the calf one time. And after that, you saw O'Malley step back and his calf muscle was already shut down. First 2 minutes of the fight. And so for the rest of the fight, O'Malley's ankle's given out and he's falling in the middle of the fight trying to run from Vera while he's injured. So we want to see this fight because of that partially, but also because they both stand there in the pocket and they're willing to trade. We're not going to see guys look for takedowns in this fight. Vera doesn't shoot for takedowns, and if anybody's going to shoot, I think we're going to see O'Malley try to time double legs on Vera because he's susceptible for them.
Takedown, nice takedown.
So a few of the weapons that you're going to see out of O'Malley in this that makes him so tricky is he's good at backing up, and he can do it with his hands down because he's always faking. And you saw that if he can get you biting on his feints, he can stop the pressure. And this is what O'Malley does so well, mixed with the lateral movement. He keeps his feet moving all the time. And then what he does is he'll drop his hands so you don't know if his hands are coming over, under, hooked, over the top. Like he can mix them all together.
O'Malley showboat now, beautiful spinning kick lands.
O'Malley's always looking for what we call an open stance here. And let me explain to you what an open stance is. Open stance is where we're both facing the back leg of each other. So he's facing my back leg and I'm facing his back leg. Closed stance is when our knees close together. And now neither of us are facing the back leg. So I can block this leg much easier on this side than I can block this long, strong leg on the back side because it's got so much more space to create power. So what O'Malley likes is this extra space. 1, he's always got a height advantage, and he does against Vera as well. 2, he likes his hand fight with his long arms. And 3, from here, he can usually hit with his hands from here, with his legs from here.
Oh! I cannot believe he's still standing. Oh, and a follow-up left hand.
It's gonna be a non-stop stance motion fight, hand fight. If Vera switches, I think you're gonna see O'Malley switch. And vice versa. When you're gonna see O'Malley, this is gonna be the battle. Vera's gonna be trying to adjust to the stance too because both these guys are looking for holes on one another from switching stance. So it's really gonna come down to who's got the better defense in each stance and who can drive who back. We saw Vera was able to drive O'Malley back after that calf kick. Can he get that early go or not? And last but definitely not least, Vera tends to start slow in his fights. For him to have a good edge in this fight, I think he's got to start this fight very fast. That first round, he's going to want to win it. He's going to want to come out heavy. He's going to want to pour on the pressure early, start blasting the legs of O'Malley early, and get that respect and show O'Malley this was not a fluke in the first fight.
Oh! Huge elbow from Gio! Marlon Vera stops the sugar show in round 1.
When we're talking about Vera, some of the weapons that you're going to see out of him are going to be this right hand. He's got a very good right hand, and they both get off on their jabs really well.
He can just get out there and flow. He has so much experience and so much belief in himself that he just kind of lets things happen.
Vera's going to want to keep him in a box. Same side attacks. So start by reaching for the hands, mix in the boxing. He's really good at, he throws this kick. You see John Jones do it where he's trying to hyperextend the knee. So you'll see Vera, he'll do this to keep the range in the same side stance right here like this when we're in an open stance. Vera plays this and then he's trying to hyperextend your knee. Boom, right there, get it stuck. So, whoop. And then that really, once that leg starts moving, now he can connect his hands. Once you start getting tired and you start moving this leg because you don't want that to chop, that's what he uses to really set up his next attack. And another thing that you're gonna see out of Vera in this fight is the calf kicks, obviously. We saw in the first fight, he wants this stance. If we have the closed stance, now Vera can land his jab and he can land the calf kick. Anytime you see O'Malley try to lead with the jab, he's got this kick. And that's what we saw in the first fight. The second O'Malley switched, he switched, and he waits for O'Malley to circle this way, and he was able to hurt him right there with that calf kick. So you're gonna see that close stance. This is always gonna be the battle. Vera looking for this, Vera looking for this. And then as the fight moves on, because you never see Vera lean over, he's never leaning over his lead leg. That's what you saw with O'Malley and Aljamain Sterling is Sterling started to lean, and that allowed for an opening. Vera always wants to keep just this little bit of space because he doesn't want to get into this kind of grappling match with you. Vera likes to keep this space at all time. He teeps you, super hard shots one at a time, but everything he throws is power.
Under 30 now to go in the round.
That's nice. Oh, he hurt him with that lead hook. That lead hook got him.
We know you're not going to see Vera take a shot very often. And the reason is, Vera takes pride in the fact that he can defend all the shots, keep the forward momentum, and when you shoot for Vera, that's like, okay, they don't want to strike with me. For him, it's like something in his head that says, they don't want to strike with me. But realistically, he doesn't care if you try to shoot on him because he's going to look to hit his down block. One of the things that Vera does, when you try to shoot, he gets his down block, and he's really good at getting to this position right here once he gets his arms in. So he'll get to here, he'll frame, boom, and then from here, when you start coming up to your feet, he's good at keeping this and looking for offense from here, whether it be a knee, whether it be an elbow on the way up, whether it be right when you try to separate and you're on the way out, he hits you and finishes with a kick. Vera's really good at timing your shots and really meeting you in the middle and stop pulling you up to the upper body and not letting you stay low on his hips. He's good at pulling you back up, stuffing the hip, boom, and then really hitting you on the break.
Oh, that's a good shot. Yeah, mixing it up, but nice job from Vera to stay on the feet. And a good knee and uppercut on the break from Vera.
O'Malley's got more power than a lot of guys in the division, and you've learned that by watching him. He's dropped multiple people that he's fought. He's laid out all the people until he got into the top 5. He pretty much laid them out.
Oh, he tagged him with that right hand, just threw him down. High kick.
Oh, O'Malley goes high. Now short uppercut, Tecco covers up.
That's it.
Sugar shot.
This is really a good, favorable matchup stylistically in the first 2 rounds, I believe, for O'Malley because of the way that he lands and his speed and how fast he is and the way that he can pull you into traps side to side, his footwork, the fact that he switches stance, whereas Vera doesn't have as much footwork. And also, let's not forget, Vera tends to start slow. We're talking about habits. We're not talking about actual facts. These are habits that he's shown. He tends to start slow. A lot of rounds we saw, sometimes versus me, sometimes versus Rob Font. Vera sometimes starts a little slow, and then he ends the fight very strong.
Oh! That's it. Vera gets the highlight he was looking for.
O'Malley starts the fight very fast and sometimes slows down in the rest of the fight. So the real question is who's gonna get it started first? Is O'Malley gonna get started first and get ahead in the early rounds? Or is Vera gonna make the adjustment from their first fight? He started very fast in that first fight that they had, and he was able to get O'Malley out of there immediately. I think we're gonna see that out of Vera again. I think he's gonna come a lot faster in this first round than he has in past fights, and he's really gonna bring it to O'Malley early because you can't give O'Malley the early rounds with his power.